Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Seen Beyond and Through with Monty. Hey, remember this guy? Former gubernatorial candidate of Florida, Mr. Andrew Gillum? Remember in that hotel room or motel that he got himself into a lot of trouble? Remember this scene right here? A drug, meth, alcohol party? Partying away with some escorts of the male kind. Well, one of them has come back from the dead. Not literally dead, but dead news. Who can remember this scene right here? Poor Andrew, knocked out or zonked out in his own vomit. And here is one of the culprits of that particular mess. He was one of the male escorts because there were two in that hotel room. This is Mr. Travis Dyson. Travis is making some news because he's back now. And the reason as to why he's back will be revealed. But this was back then during the whole Andrew Gillum fiasco. Ready to sit back, relax, and watch this Andrew Gillum interview coming up. That was the interview that he did with Tamara Hall. Now, Travis Dyson is back now because apparently he's past this whole Andrew Gillum thing. He wants to move on. He wants to move forward. And he's back. All smiles because he has a new man. Here he is celebrating with, as I was told, this is a porn star. Goes by the name of, is it Jay something? Or I could be wrong. But here he is right there. This is his new man who he has moved on, apparently to bigger and better things with. Here they go again. All smiles. They're mugging it up for the camera right there. Seem to be very happy. But we're going to get into some questions in which I have. Here's a close-up of them. Here they go right there. Apparently, as all couples should, enjoying their time together. Jay Alexander is the name. And apparently, he and Travis are now into the OnlyFans, where they make movies together. And at the bottom of that, Jay kind of described one of their scenes in which he and Travis did. Go boy. Here they go again, traveling somewhere. They're at the bottom, but they're not on bottom. Ha. Here's this horrendous scene right there. And here's the question in which I'm just curious about. Why would you date a man who was involved in taking a picture of a man who was zonked out, lying in his own vomit? You took several pictures and presented this for the world to see. This is where we get many times we get ourselves into trouble because we misjudge the character of the people who we choose to associate with. You know, he could have died here, but they chose to take a picture of him in a very vulnerable state. in a very dangerous state. So, wow, Jay, you're getting involved with someone like this? This tells you what type of morals and values in which someone has. Because we still don't know if it was a setup, if Andrew was given something to drink, if something was put into his drink. We don't really know. We just know that pictures were taken in a state like this. And by your own admission, you guys are now dating. By your own admission, you're doing OnlyFans with your new man. So, it wouldn't surprise me that this is not really a healthy relationship. But then again, I'm going to stop right there because it's not that I'm wishing this on him, but it's just that you do have to look into and pay attention to character and what someone values. I will say this about Andrew Gillum. He got himself into a whole lot of trouble. He's a grown man. No one forced him into that hotel room. No one forced him to take drugs. No one forced him to hire escorts. He really has a lot to blame for himself. But after being zonked out and vomited, having pictures taken in his most vulnerable position, that's not his fault. That's his fault. The one at the bottom to the right, who's driving. So laugh now, maybe cry later. But I would warn you, Jay, just be careful. Because actions speaks louder than words. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that was another edition of Seen Beyond and Through with Monty.